So in the video that I'm about to show you with Cash, what we had to do was kind of go back to the beginning. So Cash is here for the wild bird training program, and he points all day long. He was catwalking a little bit, but we were able to fix that with launchers. But his handling in the woods is he really goes, and be a great field trial prospect, but for a foot hunter he needs to be reined in, and that was primarily one of the reasons why his owner had sent him here for me. So we would get the dog out in the woods, and well, I wouldn't say he'd disappear, but he'd kind of be on his own accord, doing what he wanted to do and getting out quite far, and very hard to turn him, and so on and so forth. So we worked on a few basic things here in the yard, make sure that he could point, make sure that he was staunch, and along those lines. And then I started running him in the woods and found out that he doesn't really have a pattern or hunt for objectives. He tends to straight line, and he goes. So one of the things that I did was I brought him back to the backyard here, and then we started working on the very basic bending drills. So that's what I'm going to show you next. Cash, come. Boy. Cash, come. Boy, good boy. Good boy. All right, as you could see in the video, that's a very basic bending drill that we did. It relies on a couple of things. It relies on a voice command to associate with the stimulation of the movement that you want the dog to do it. So I pull on the check cord, I say hup, and I turn my back to the dog comes to the front. We do that back and forth till we get to the end, then I say come, the dog comes to me. When we do the second part of the drill, then I start replacing the tug on the check cord with the e-collar. In this case, we were doing the vibration to start out basic with the vibration, and then we move to stimulation, which is a 1 high, is what seems to work for him in the yard. We may have to bump that up in the field, but it just gets the dog in the refresher frame of mind that he needs to handle. Now, Brent talked about this at Bonassa Bonanza, where, get your dog at the tailgate where you want him before you hunt. In this case, with this dog, he's a high-going, hard-charging, out of field trial lines dog. That's going to be my recommendation to the owner is, you don't need to run that dog for a half hour alongside the truck. When you first get to where you're going to go, you're going to put him on the check cord. You're going to go over that basic stuff with him. And then the first couple 100 yards, you're going to turn him quite a bit to let him know that you're in charge of the operation. And then we go from there. After I did this bending drill, I took him out into the woods behind the property here, and he did really well. There was one time where he got out to about 150 on me. I was able to walk him back to me very carefully. You don't want to burn the dog. You just want to walk him back to you step by step, taking your time, get him back set, focused, and then go from there. And that's the only one issue we had in a very good walk. So I'm going to keep working this kind of thing on him till he's familiar with it. Again, this is for the foot hunter, and then I will take him out into the woods, get him handling there, because I could take him and run him on wild birds, but running him on wild birds isn't going to do any good if he can't control himself or I have no control of him. So it's just one of those things where you get that dog into the frame of mind. It's exactly like Brent talked about at the Bonanza. You know, you think about the times that you've wanted to train your dog and you go out for training and the dog, you know, blows out of the kennel and he's all hyped up and you let him go and it ends up being a gong show training wise. But if you go through it and you get him in the frame of mind to train, settle him down, get him focused, it always goes better. So I hope you got something out of this. And Dave, he's doing good. We're gonna have you a nice foot hunting dog here. Peace.